Ladies and gentlemen, it is Racket here, and today we're doing quite a special cast here. It's Team Skyfire, well, at least some players in Team Skyfire, I think, and we're up against Zooper Dooper. Zooper Dooper noticeably has the streamer Oasis, and yeah, so fun little match we're going to have here, so see what happens, and let's just look at the two compositions. Team Skyfire seem to be running Symmetra, and Symmetra on this map, if she can get a good hiding spot, generate that shield with her ultimate, then it's going to be hard for this Zooper Dooper squad to really penetrate through it. But when that Symmetra doesn't have the ultimate, she can be quite exposed otherwise. But we're forwarding on to the point now, ladies and gentlemen. The game has started. Reinhardt is now slow pushing through that little choke there and seeing the Mei out as well from Zooper Dooper. Already a pick on there from Apathetic with that soldier getting the opposing Reinhardt, and already another kill coming onto that Diva as well, and beautiful Roadhog hook. This is a very good fight here for Team Skyfire, and they seem to be repelling the Zooper Dooper squad off the point. So Zooper Dooper, the team composition doesn't have a lot of damage. They have the Diva Roadhog with a Mei, which is not what we traditionally see, because you usually see that sort of composition coupled with maybe a soldier or another tank such as... oh, they're running... Okay, yeah, that compo is a Reinhardt too. So it's triple tank plus the Mei, so there's not a lot of damage in that composition. And it's already being showed here. But they are fighting here, and they have gotten a pick, Render, on that Diva. But the Team Skyfire squad trying to remain composed here. The Reinhardt is getting charged. The Roadhog ult does come out, delaying the inevitable. But that is a fantastic Earth Shatter there. And Hikari charging in, but doesn't get too much off it. And everyone on the Zooper Dooper squad coming onto the point here, and it looks like they could perhaps take it. No, the Diva comes from up top. Cleaves gets a Earth Shatter there to delay. He does get nano boosted though, and he sleeps, so he can't really use anything off that. The break it down from Oasis comes out, and the freeze, the Mei onto the point there. A lot of zone control, but that's a fantastic Anna grenade, but no one can really capitalize on it. Hey, so Zooper Dooper getting that first point from this mini Team Skyfire, the not Oasis team. So, yep, what happened that fight? Well, Team Skyfire ended up getting picked off. That Mei in that little room over there proved to be quite a witch, scattering the team. The Reinhardt ult and the charge came out through as well, getting that pick in the fight. But now we're on the reset and see what this Team Skyfire lineup can do. And we are in this little choke here. We'll be looking for the value of the Reinhardt shield to block a lot of the stuff. Hikari does get hooked though, and we do end up seeing a deep roll come out as well, and is going to catch Oasis on the side. But this skirmish is quite intense. We're seeing the Reinhardt charge in there. Already got the Roadhog down, and it appears to me that the Team Skyfire squad has the advantage in this. Oh, Render has got a double kill. It's quite a weird fight, this one. The Divas really aren't dying. The amount of tankiness that's coming out from both these teams, but the Nano Boost does come out in the Mei ult, looking to counter-engage that soldier. But that's quite a good Mei ult, getting two on the point there, zoning the Reinhardt from getting the engage in as well. And the Woody gets a triple kill. Fantastic job from Woody that time, and the Earth Shatter does come out from Cleaves. Doesn't really do that much, but he's trying to follow up with the charge, and the self-destruct sequence does come up after that as well. And this is a great time to push forward it, and the self-destruct sequence does lob over, end up hacking onto that Oasis again. Tactical Visor is activated for Apathetic. He uses that Tactical Visor, going through, trying to tear through the backline here. It's quite a good anti-heal onto the DPSs, and you see Rain of Blue onto the point here. Much more composed, but ended up getting that pick with the Roadhog as well. Apathetic doing quite well on this soldier. So yeah, what can we absorb out of that fight? Well, we can really say that these tanks are doing a lot of damage. The Ana is certainly getting a lot of value with these team compositions. A lot of tank meat that you have to shred through. You see often with this tank meta that a lot of these fights are prolonged, and you had multiple fights within one. Despite the jagged respawns, you saw the skirmish intensify over time. But that's an Earthshatter coming on into the anti-heal. The Roadhog continues to push down. CKM ends up getting claves, and once again holding this point. Team Skyfire looking to hold this objective, secure mana. Apathetic, that's very aggressive. Roadhog does end up punishing him for it as well. But looking at our ults, Zooper Dooper, they do have a few ultimates. They have the Nano Boost Roadhog, so maybe they can apply that as well and chuck the May ult on top to get some of that zone control. See if they can get a big AoE here, freeze, along with that wall. And already freezing the Nano Boost to targets, that's a very good result there with the self-destruct sequence as well, forwarding onto the point as that combo was done. And this skirmish intensifies. Looking onto the payload here, the D4 ult does come out as well, and once again we're seeing a bit more composure from this Skyfire squad, and it's going to be interesting as to what's going to happen here, because Zooper Dooper have that Roadhog ult with that Nano Boost, and we'll be looking for that combo. It can be very useful for shredding against a Reinhardt shield, and we'll be looking as well if that Roadhog does get a flank off from the side, or whether they just go flat full the front line in the middle here. But Zooper Dooper, they need to make a play here. Look for that Lucio movement speed boost in with one of these comboed ults. Claves also has the Earthshatter, looking to get behind that line. Tactical Visor is activated up the top from Apathetic. That's a fantastic Earthshatter, CCing all the team. They can't really retaliate off that, and that's a fantastic heal, anti-heal as well from the Ana with that combo. And one final ult there, and it looks like Team Skyfire are going to take this. Nano boosted Reinhardt making short work of that Diva, and they take the map. So, that was a very, very brawl heavy game of Overwatch. We saw several combos in with this Mei. It couldn't really, capitalize on it too much though, because of the low damage of that composition. So we'll be looking to see, if these compositions are changing. Of course, Woody did get some job done on that, some work done on that Mei, but not much to follow it up. So it would be very interesting to see if they do adapt with their later picks. And Team Skyfire, what are we going to see out of them? The Genji could be coming out here, and I'm not sure if Genji is necessarily the correct pick, because they know last round that Zooper Dooper were running triple tank plus Mei, and it's going to be very difficult for the Genji to get a good ult off because of the amount of HP that the enemy team does have. And whenever the Genji ults, the Mei also has an opportunity to lay down that ultimate, get a lot of zone control, and give that threat of, if you're going to come within this area, you can get frozen with the Genji. And we'll see what happens though. Zarya is also adapted into this Zooper Dooper lineup, and this team's Skyfire squad is also running quite an intense skirmishing comp. You have a sort of dive comp, I think. Yeah, it actually is a full throttle dive comp with this Zenyatta and Lucio as well, using that Zenyatta to put a Discord on a target, and we'll have those intense flankers with Winston, Genji, Diva and Tracer diving onto that target, eliminating, and then forwarding on. Team Skyfire squad is forwarding onto this point, and their dive comp hasn't really been may the force be with you, no worries, thanks Leviathan. And this dive squad hasn't really been doing too much. They haven't gone onto that target with the Discord orb and melted it. Maybe the Discord prioritization has lacked in these fights, but the Zooper Dooper team seem to have this all under control. Woody showing up big of that Mei, getting a triple kill. might see a play of the game from what he triple kills already, and as a Mei that's quite difficult to do. So impressed with that Mei play so far. I already have for the ultimate as well, so with this dive comp they're continuing to run it, and if they all decide to dive on the point at the same time, then they have that defensive Mei ult, and it's really going to neutralize all those offensive tools that this Team Skyfire squad has. And already a pick has been onto that Zenyatta with that Mei. And Lucio is also very low at the top here, just escaping narrowly. And what can this Team Skyfire team do? Honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of the Genji into that composition of Zooper Doopers, but if CKM does get a good ult off, you know, Genji ult is very powerful in combo with a Discord ult if you target prioritize properly, but Apathetic is down in that Tracer. Both Lucio ults have been used. Nano Boost has been placed onto the Reinhardt as well. That Earth Shatter wasn't very good at all, getting no one, but it doesn't really matter because they still have the point, and they are all good. Let me just take a sip of my water because my throat is hurting. Alright, so Team Skyfire, they have the Genji ult, they have the Tracer ult, so they have two of the flankers and they have their ultimates, and we'll be looking for that Zenyatta Transcendence in the fight as well to sustain those damage dealers in the fight. And the Pulse Bomb does come out, unfortunately not getting anyone, but the Genji looking to do well in that backline, and Freeze Don't Move says Mei. It's a huge Mei. I'll probably be a bit too late, but Team Skyfire look like they're just winning this fight maybe. The D.Va ult does hop out into the sky as well, catching the Ana on the outskirts, and we're seeing a final to point now, and Team Skyfire look like they have the advantage, and they seem to have the point. 3 on the point, which is useful, and they are really going aggressive there. Let's just dive on to see what they're doing, because that is Hikari getting a double kill with that Winston. The payload is being solo pushed by the supports. That's typical. Come on, team, you need to help your supports. This always happens. As a fellow support player, I can confirm that no one cares about the supports players. They just leave them onto the payload and say farewell. But besides that, Team Skyfire, they nearly have the Genji ult, they nearly have the Tracer ult, so their 2 offensive dive ultimates are up quite soon. And for Zooper Dooper, they don't have the answer with the Freeze or Woodies, and they don't have the Zarya ult as well, but the Reinhardt is coming up soon though, so we'll be looking for a crucial Earth Shatter to neutralize that Genji once he uses the Dragon Blade to stun the CC, but the Genji has already got it, and he's going towards the backline. It's right on top of Kano. It's going to be a pest, and he's got a double kill already, doing a lot of damage, and Tactical Visor is activated as well on the side there, and it looks like Team Skyfire will get this point, and the Mei War does come out. It's not really going to help you, but match complete. What could we take out of that game? It just looked like this Skyfire team was probably a bit more synergized with their efforts. When they went in, they used this Genji really well, and their dive comp didn't fail. You know, after that initial push, they said, alright, let's regroup. Let's just right, I'm trying to think. Let's just regroup. And what they did was, after that, they focused the correct targets, and they waited out the Mei ult. After the Mei ult was used, then there wasn't really much that the Zooper Dooper squad could do. Just a showing of more experience from this Team Skyfire lineup. Of course, they have Cantus, a very experienced player. He was casting him yesterday on the weekly Rumble. A fantastic Ana player on this match, and playing a bit of Zenyatta as well on the end there.